Hey, how you doing? Maybe you're watching this in a place that's maybe out in the middle of nowhere, and you're used to nighttime being very, very dark. I can remember my first time being out in the Smoky Mountains, and it was so dark, at 11 or 12 o'clock at night. I looked outside of the cabin I was staying in, and it was like, oh my goodness, it is dark out. Now, again, I'm a guy who comes from the suburbs, and there's light everywhere, all through the evening. I can look outside of my house, and there's light, and very little where I would call like deep darkness, like I don't know where I am kind of darkness. But and I know what spiritual darkness looks like, don't we? We know what it is like to sort of don't have a clue spiritually, and to feel lost and to feel alone, and you have those moments, and it's like, man, no one else is there, no one else cares. But this is where God says, hey, I got you. Right? We're never truly in that darkness. In fact, He has rescued us from that. I'm going to share with you a passage from 2 Corinthians 4, looking at verse 6. It says that for God who said, let light shine out of darkness. So the one back in creation, back in Genesis, who said, let there be light, let light shine out of the darkness, He has shown in our hearts to give the light of the knowledge of the glory of God in the face of Jesus Christ. There is so much in that one sentence. We don't have enough time right now, so what I want you to do is, after this video is over, just take some time to think about each and every one of those things. The most important thing is that God has shined His light into your heart, not a light of happiness, not the rays of joy, or some kind of Hallmark card type of light, in terms of maybe a new agey kind of thing. No, not at all. This light has substance, right? It's the light of the knowledge of the glory of God in the face of Christ. In other words, sin throws me into darkness and says, who cares? It's all over. You're done. Put a fork in you. There's nothing you can do. You're without hope. That light He shines is going, look, it looks dark, but look at this. And the light makes the darkness go away with the truth of God, that Jesus bled and died and rose. And God certainly does care about you. In fact, He loves you more than you can even imagine, as He gave His life and again rescued you from that darkness and brought you into His light, making you part of His family. And we get to see the very glory of God as we think of Jesus, as we look at Jesus. How cool is that? So you would think that this is reserved for the people that are studying the Bible 24/7, or that we would see as the spiritual heroes of the faith. I mean, I am grateful for people like that, who have that kind of life. But see, God's calling all of us to live that way. Like, that should be normal, that we're filled with the Spirit, that we're like living in the light, and that, because He says, look, this is what Jesus has done. Shine that light, that glory, not our glory, but His glory in our lives, in our souls, that we could see the truth, that there's hope in Jesus because of what He did for us. And I pray that light continues to shine for you every day, and the people around you. Share this with someone so they can know that light as well, and know that God doesn't want us in that darkness. He doesn't want you or anybody, but He wants to give us that light of His glory in the face of Jesus. All right, we'll talk to you next time for another follow-through.